Brad Pitt on depression, addiction, and his future in Hollywood. Jussie Smollett opens up about his time behind bars.
Lord knows I wanted to get out. I'm in the psych ward. You're just left there with you, your thoughts, and these walls.
Watch Kim Kardashian's kids crash her Tonight Show appearance.
I'm hearing kids.
Guys, can you stop? This is like your first time at work with me. Can you please?
Your kids are right there on the...
And Only E.T. is with 1883 stars Tim McGraw and Faith Hill on their acting futures.
I'd like to see her be a badass in something. Kick somebody's butt. Play a CIA agent or something like that.
E.T.'s The Download starts right now. Brad Pitt is getting vulnerable in a new interview with GQ.
He's on the cover of the August issue, out July 17th, and admits that after his split with ex-wife Angelina Jolie, he's 6 years sober and spent a year and a half in Alcoholics Anonymous. He says, "I think I spent years with a low-grade depression, and it's not until coming to terms with that, trying to embrace all sides of self, the beauty and the ugly, that I've been able to catch those moments of joy."
Another habit he's been able to curb is smoking. He quit cold turkey during the pandemic, adding that he doesn't have it in him to just cut back. Now, back in 2020, when he was honored by the National Board of Review for his supporting role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he credited his friendship with Bradley Cooper for helping him get healthy.
I got sober because of this guy, and every day has been happier ever since. I love you and I thank you. Well, it's nice to be able to leave this thing carrying something other than George Clooney. My goals in life now are pretty simple, just to be happy, stay healthy, and not get into a financial situation where I have to do Ocean's 14.
Despite starring in Bullet Train opposite Sandra Bullock, out August 5th, Brad says he considers himself on his last leg. Yeah, I know, and he's carefully plotting his future in Hollywood, which will likely focus on more behind the camera. His production company is responsible for critically acclaimed films like Minari, Moonlight, and 12 Years a Slave.
There's the proof right there. Even if he's not in front of the camera, he's still making hits.
Still crushing it.
Listen, if he does stop acting, by the way, he'll always be a heartthrob. Here's what he told us 28 years ago.
I mean, who's gonna complain? I mean, I don't want that to be the main emphasis, is what I'm saying.
understand.
Yeah, it's gravy and it's lovely. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you go through all of high school to try to get that.
And now on to Jussie Smollett. He's still proclaiming his innocence after he was found guilty of lying to police about being attacked in a hate crime last year.
In a new SiriusXM interview, Jussie talks about his time in jail and refusing to eat while he was locked up.
I was there for 6.5 days. That's what we do in my family. Like, we fast for clarity. I have never in my life been as clear of mind as I was for those 6.5 days. Lord knows I wanted to get out. I'm in the psych ward on, and
Did they have you in a jacket?
No. They didn't have me in a jacket, but they had me. I was sleeping on like a restraint bed. You're just left there with you, your thoughts, and these walls.
He credits his family and friends for helping him get through it. One in particular, his Empire co-star, Taraji P. Henson.
It is unexplainable how much I love that woman. And she is literally one of my best friends in the whole world. And I love her. And I'm always I love her.
Jussie, who turned 40 yesterday, says his biggest regret is that infamous GMA interview with Robin Roberts, where he denied the hate crime was a hoax.
I'm pissed off.
What is it that has you so angry?
Listen, if I tell the truth, then that's it, because it's the truth.
I was mortified. I was mortified. I cringed at just every single word that I said in that interview was the truth. But there was a certain level of performative nature that came from it because I didn't want to be there. And I was so angry and so offended that I had to go on national television and explain something that happened to me.
Okay, guys, we are pulling in the parking lot. In New York.
Oh, Kim Kardashian found out boys will be boys on a trip to the Tonight Show in New York. That news tops tonight's talk show circuit.
Yeah, her son Saint and Psalm crashed her IG Live last night en route to see Jimmy Fallon.
Say hi.
Hi.
This is called Instagram Live.
Hi, weirdos.
Hey, stop it.
Hi, if you're watching this, I hate you.
Hey, Saint.
I'm watching it.
Hey, look what you're teaching him.
Ooh,
Let's be
Kim.
honest.
What's up?
They're a bunch of weirdos.
But also, Kim is in some trouble right there, okay? The chaos did not stop in the car. Midway through her TV interview, Kim had to step back into mommy mode.
I'm hearing kids.
Guys, can you stop? This is like your first time at work with me. Can you please?
Your kids are right there on the, well, that is.
My two boys are here, and I hear them making so much noise. Guys, this is your first time at work with me. Don't mess this up. Come on.
They don't care.
What does she expect?
Kids don't care.
They're
That's why
kids.
you wouldn't see my kids here at work.
Right.
Oh, we never get through a single story. Later in the interview, Kim revealed this pop culture blind spot.
I have to be honest, I had never seen SNL before. I'd gone to one taping of Eddie Murphy, but I had never, and I'd gone backstage.
You've never seen Saturday Night Live?
No.
Like serious.
I'm dead serious. I gotta be honest, I had no idea you were on. I was at dinner and Will Ferrell mentioned he'd seen it, and I literally had to text Pete and be like, wait, was Will Ferrell on SNL? And I was so embarrassed. Like, I've been schooled. I know everyone that's been on now. I know.
Oh my God.
In more TV news, Sherry Sheppard's new daytime talk show just announced a September 12th premiere date. The former co-host of The View will film in front of a live studio audience featuring a daily dose of pop culture, comedy, and human interest interviews.
The news comes just days after the comedian hosted the series finale of The Wendy Williams Show. Her new show will fill that time slot.
Most of all, we have to thank you, Wendy Williams, because, yes, there is nobody like Wendy Williams. From her days on the radio to ruling daytime talk for 13 seasons, Wendy earned her title as the queen of all media.
Meanwhile, the third season of Umbrella Academy is out on Netflix, and star Elliot Page, who came out as trans in December 2020, tells Seth Meyers his character in the show also transitions this season.
When we first talked about it, he seemed really excited about incorporating it into the show.
Were the people closest to you in your real life as supportive as the people on the show?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel really grateful for that. I think most people weren't surprised. What I want to focus on right now, and has been so extraordinary, is the degree of joy that I feel, the degree of presence that I feel. I feel a way that I really never thought possible for a long, long time.
I actually talked with the rest of the cast about what it was like to be part of Elliot and his character Victor's journey.
It was really emotional. Elliot and I are really, really close in real life, and be able to share that with him on screen as Victor and Allison was really, really emotional.
I remember just making sure I was off book because it was such a powerful scene, and I was like, I just need to make sure I give it as much effort as I can, because I felt like it was part of history and TV history.
I think it was handled the way brilliantly, actually, and exactly as it should be, and it was handled quite quickly, really. But I think it's the immediate acceptance of the characters of Victor that is so well done.
On to Elvis, hitting theaters Friday. Pretty good, right?
That was pretty.
Sorry, Austin.
He teased Nichelle Turner. He's got to have a job for the sequel. Nichelle Turner was there as 3 generations of Presley women were all honored in a Hollywood ceremony fit for the king.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Presley family.
When I first came to LA back in 1962, this is one of the first places we drove by, and he told me that these are all the hands that are acting in the Who's Who. You know, this is kind of an honor of him as well.
Elvis's ex-wife Priscilla was joined by daughter Lisa Marie and 3 granddaughters, including Riley Keough. And I just had to get their honest review of Austin Butler's portrayal of Elvis before the movie hits theaters Friday.
Never met anyone like you.
I hope not. I loved seeing the birth of your relationship in this movie. What made you fall in love with him?
Oh, what was there not to fall in love with? Oh my God! I mean, he was an amazing human being.
I'm ready to fly.
Watching him play your father, it did something to me. It really did. And so, what did it do to you?
Oh, a lot. I wasn't ready for what it did. That's kind of left me alone in the theater the first time I saw it. After the film, I just fell into him in tears.
party in the county jail.
The moment that I saw Austin on stage, I started crying, just feeling in that moment like they really got him.
You're looking for trouble? You came to the right place.
Now that you've seen it, now that you've heard yourself, does it give you more confidence?
I don't know what the future holds, but I just rest in the fact that that was the time of my life.
Someone else having the time of their life, Kate Bush.
Well, that's thanks to Stranger Things. Her song Running Up That Hill just hit #1 on the UK charts, and it turns out Kate's music also almost made it into another big project. Kristen Bell, who plays Gore, the God Butcher in Thor, Love and Thunder, tells Total Film magazine director Taika Waititi planned out a dance sequence for the character featuring Bush's music, but it was scrapped because he didn't think he would be allowed to use it in the final film. I mean, what a missed opportunity,
I
right?
mean, come on. I love the idea that there's going to be a dance sequence in Thor. Come on, especially since Kate tells BBC Radio 4 the original title of her song, Running Up That Hill, was A Deal with God, and also admits her newfound attention is still a shock.
It's just extraordinary. I mean, you know, it's such a great series. I thought that the track would get some attention, but I just never imagined that it would be anything like this. It's so exciting.
Yes.
The whole world's gone mad. What's really wonderful, I think, is that this is a whole new audience who, you know, in a lot of cases, they've never heard of me, and I love that. The thought of all these really young people hearing the song for the first time and discovering it is, well, I think it's very special.
And Camila Cabello is sparking relationship rumors.
The new Pigs top tonight, Kiss and Tell. Camila is back on her feet and back on the dating scene 7 months after her split from Shawn Mendes. The singer was spotted looking smitten last week in Hollywood with Austin Kevich. A source tells ET Austin asked mutual friends to set him up with Camila and that the pair went out and had fun together. Austin knows a thing or two about dating. He's the CEO behind Locks Club, billed as a culturally Jewish, members-only dating app for people with ridiculously high standards. How about that?
Yeah, someone else who probably has high standards, Michael B. Jordan. The actor deleted all traces of ex Lori Harvey from his Instagram weeks after the pair called it quits. Now, Lori did her own social media scrub right after the breakup. A source told ET at the time that the two were heartbroken, but at different stages in their lives. Lori's dad, Steve Harvey, also weighed in on the split.
I'm Team Lori, so I mean, I'm Team Lori, 1,000%. You know, she's my daughter. I love her. I support her. You know, things happen. It's hard to be young and in the limelight and have a successful relationship.
I can almost hear everybody asking, what is MBJ looking for next?
A nice smile and a laugh and a sense of humor is really sexy to me.
Well, there's probably a lot of laughter in Kristen Bell and Dax Sheppard's household. Kristen spilling her marriage secrets, telling CBS Mornings the pair are polar opposites, and the key is meeting in the middle.
You have to have diverse points of view, people who had different roads to get there, because you know, a recipe is not delicious with one ingredient.
Right. So true.
It's just not how it works.
And they told us last year on the set of their game show Family Game Night, working together helps too.
When we have a shared goal at work and we play off of each other really well, that just makes us feel more connected.
You really come to rely on each other in a way that reminds you, like, oh, right, I have this amazing human in my life, and I get to work with him.
Kobe Bryant's baby girl is growing up. His widow, Vanessa, just wished their youngest, Capri, or Coco, a happy 3rd birthday on the gram. And wow, she is looking a lot like her dad. Look at that.
I mean, wow. Vanessa's celeb friends, including Sierra, Lala Anthony, and Khloe Kardashian, all showed some love in the comments. Kobe, of course, died in the same helicopter crash that killed his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, in 2020. And last week, for Father's Day, the fam visited his childhood home in Philly. And look, the basketball court where Kobe used to play as a kid is now dedicated to the both.
Sticking with the world of sports, the NFL is about to get a little less fun. That's because Rob Gronkowski is retiring. He broke the news on Twitter Tuesday saying, I will now be going back into my retirement home, walking away from football again with my head held high, knowing I gave it everything I had, good or bad, every time I stepped out on the field.
Gronk first announced his first retirement back in 2019, but had a change of heart when his buddy Tom Brady asked him to join the Tampa Bay Bucks. They went on to win the 2021 Super Bowl. Now, back in March, he dropped a hint to E.T. that this time might be up.
I love the game of football, but it's a lot. It's a big grind, so I'm just putting it, in the back seat right now. It'll always be there if I stay in shape. I'm just chilling right now, and I'll let that play out in the future.
Gronk's model girlfriend, Camila Cabello, is showing her support, but Tom Brady is making his own NFL comeback next season, and she made this prediction to E.T.
You're a betting woman. Does Rob go back, or doesn't he?
I say he does.
You think he does?
That's mostly because I hope he does. To me, the game of football isn't the same without him, and especially now without Brady, so.
But Camila's all for it now. She shared a pic of him on the gram captioned, "Dream Chasers in the house." Well, from Goat's buddy to man's best friend.
So cute. E.T.'s Rachel Smith shows us how the pups at the Westminster Dog Show become top dogs.
Hey guys, I'm hanging out at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show with my buddy Riff. Yes, he's a cutie patootie, isn't he? And I'm getting all the tea on the Oscars for dogs.
We have dogs from 49 states and 9 other countries, almost 3,200 dogs in the dog show alone. Generally, if someone wins Best in Show, the dog is retired from showing because there's really nowhere else to go.
Retire! Quit while you're ahead. The grand prize here at the 146th Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show at the Lyndhurst Estate is not money, but prestige. What happens behind the scenes? Lots and lots of pampering. How long does it take you to brush this?
A good 3 hours. You want them wider in the rear than in the front.
Cooper got back, that's for sure. If you picture Cooper as a celebrity, who would that celebrity be?
Bradley Cooper.
Oh!
Matthew McConaughey, totally out there. He goes to his own beat. All right.
I think Brad Pitt.
Ooh.
I think McGraw would be Brad Pitt.
And her name again?
Saida Muti Bon Hausman.
That's her name?
Yeah.
I need to give me the abbreviated version, honey, because I ain't remembering that. Saida's got a hairdryer, a flat iron. Honey, high maintenance. I mean. Best in Show airs tonight on Fox Sports, but today's big winner, me. Give me that face. Give me that face. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Oh, wow. Right in the mouth, folks. Oh, and guys, you're going to have to hang with us tomorrow because we're going to have Best in Show Dog right here on ET for you. Right, Riff? Riff says rough, and back to y'all. Oh, yep, let's go play. Bye, guys.
Guess what I wear as a hat?
What?
A lentil. One time I nibbled on a piece of cheese and my cholesterol went up to 900.
You don't understand. I'm obsessed with that little guy. That is Marcel the Shell.
The character voiced by Jenny Slate racked up millions of views on YouTube in his debut a decade ago. Now he's a star of a new movie out Friday, and you'll see him on commentator duty at the Westminster Dog Show this week.
And maybe have the hound group in the ring, please. Bloodhound? That's such a scary sounding name. I mean, if I were to name this dog, I would just call him Velvet Wrinklehound.
It was so funny to us. Just Marcel, just talking about a husky or whatever is just, he has so many questions.
Do you hope your daughter becomes a Marcel fan?
She does love Marcel's voice. I like her thinking of it as something that, mom does. I think, I don't know that she'll ever be able to separate me and him, and I think that's okay.
You may remember Jenny had a brief stint on SNL in 2009. Since then, she's had a consistent career in both film and TV. She explained to E.T. what that experience taught her.
I think I would tell myself that there are secret doors in every experience. Every experience, hopefully, will lead to something new where you can find something else out about yourself.
Jenny was out by the time Aidy Bryant joined the cast. She, of course, announced her departure after 10 years last month, along with Kate McKinnon, Pete Davidson, and Kyle Mooney. And today, she's telling Variety she would have quit SNL years ago if it weren't for the pandemic.
Yeah, she says when COVID hit, it was jarring that we were all like, I'm definitely going to come back next year. Aidy told us in February that time brought the cast closer.
these like COVID years have played a part in that, where it's like, oh God, it feels kind of normal and nice to like hold on to each other and stick in the routine, even if it's changing all the time.
80 returned for season 47 because she missed a lot of the previous year shooting her Hulu show, Shrill. She says, I kept trying to seek one last normal year, and 10 felt like a nice, solid round number.
80 will be watching the new cast and would definitely love to come back and host, but that decision is up to the show.
Yeah. Well, Tim McGraw and Faith are also ready for more on-camera moments. Only E.T. talks to the country couple about a possible upcoming project.
And the impressive act that has Sofia Vergara hitting that golden buzzer on AGT. ET's The Download will be right back.
How does shooting this season compare to the 4 prior?
It's really good to be out there. I mean, honestly, it's hard to get tired of those mountains and rivers and horses and things like that. I really don't want to give away too much.
Kevin Costner keeping tight-lipped about Yellowstone Season 5 to E.T.'s Cassie Delore. She tried. She caught up with the actor on the blue carpet for Paramount Plus's UK launch.
Also there, the stars of the Yellowstone spin-off, 1883, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Only E.T. talked to the couple about whether they'll ever share the screen again.
I would love to do something else. Absolutely. It was, I really did love it.
Would you want to do another project with Tim again now?
Absolutely not. I'm kidding.
What kind of role would you like to see her take
I don't know.
next?
I'd like to see her be a badass in something. You know, kick somebody's butt. Play a CIA agent or something like that.
It'll be the last thing you do.
1883 is getting some Emmy buzz, thanks in part to the sparks that fly on screen between Tim and Faith. But filming almost an entire series outside in the elements was an intense experience.
How was it for you, leaving your character behind?
I didn't have any trouble at all. I was so tired by the end of it.
I went through a little bit of a depression, I have to say. For about a couple of weeks, I was just really sad.
How did you transition out of your character?
I'm a mom of 3. I'm a wife, you know, so I'm a mom of 4, really. Just kidding. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this interview.
Are you happy the beard is gone?
Yes, I am.
I think she kind of liked the beard for a little while. You know, I was tired of it.
Now your daughter Audrey, her singing chops.
She can sing, and Gracie as well. Gracie wants to be on stage and theater. So they're giving us advice. I learned things from them. I mean, honestly, some things I wish I didn't know.
Could you guys ever do a recording together? Have you talked about it?
I would. I don't know if they would. Because, you know, they can all 4 of the women in my family can out-sing me. So I don't know if any of them would really want to do that.
An all-female dance group from Lebanon leaves the judges mesmerized on America's Got Talent. They couldn't look away from the Mayas, and neither could we.
Seriously, E.T. spoke to Judge Sofia Vergara back in April, and she teased an added reward that brings the competition to a whole new level.
We have an extra golden buzzer that we had last season, though. And that is amazing, because sometimes we feel that it's not fair that we don't have more of them, because everyone is getting so good.
Well, Sofia put that twist into play with a life-changing vote for the Mayas.
It's time for us to vote, and I want to be part of this.
Yup, Sofia slammed that golden buzzer, sending the dance group straight to the live shows and a shot at the $1 million prize.
The golden buzzer gets you every time.
For $1 million, I'll try that.
Not bad, right?
We can do it, Daddy.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Wait, here we go. That does it for today, everybody. Make sure to join us right here tomorrow.
Totally nailing it.
We tried, right? For a new episode of E.T.'s The Download. I would hit the buzzer. I would.